Hi, it's Cheryl and welcome to Homebridge Studio. For today's video, I have 6 summer sweet crafts to share with you using some Dollar Tree items. So they are easy to make, they are budget friendly, and they're super fun. So let's get right into the video. Number 1, this is a wall hanger. I don't know if it's an orange or a lemon. so it could be either because the napkin is from the Dollar Tree, and it was a cross between yellow and orange. and I also had some ribbon. I don't know why I didn't show you this, but I have the wood round from the Dollar Tree and some jute and some scrapbook paper. So I removed the jute string and I just put it aside because we're going to put it back on. And my Mod Podge, yeah, it kind of got glued together. No big deal. I got it apart. You just got to run it under hot water really well. So I put a good coat on that whole piece and I am drying it off now. And I made sure to get the edges really well too. Now I'm struggling trying to get this napkin apart because the 4 quadrants were kind of stuck together, especially the 2. And so I had to unfortunately put the tape on the outside. So I ruined part of the napkin. That's okay. I'm not going to use it. I can use the other side, but I was kind of bummed out about that. But anyway, now that I got them apart, then I was able to, I tried to salvage it and it was just a teeny tiny bit too small. Anyway, after I got all that apart, I was able to pull off the plies. So if you do have these napkins, I want you to know they really stick together. So the Mod Podge is dry, right? And I put the napkin on top, just the 1 ply. And then I have never done this, so I thought I'd give it a try, and it worked like a charm. I just put the scrapbook paper right on the bottom. And so the heat of the iron, and this is parchment paper under the iron, the heat of the iron reactivates the glue. And then it will glue down both pieces, and it worked really well. So I'm showing you this. I went on vacation. I got a ton of mosquito bites. We were down south, and I went to CVS, and I got these little patches. They're called Mosquito. I am not sponsored by them at all whatsoever, but this is a good product, and I'm sharing it with you. This little itch relief patch, there's no medicine at all. It's a grid. And I don't even know how it works, but I put it on the little bite and it doesn't take it away, but it doesn't itch. So if you have an issue with mosquitoes like I do, check that out. I sound like a commercial, don't I? Anyway, so after I trimmed all this board up, filed it up and everything, poked some holes in it, I'm just taking this ribbon, and this ribbon is actually from Costco. Yes. That big bolt there. I don't know how much it was, like $8 or maybe 10 now. I don't know. But there's a lot in there, and it's nice quality wired ribbon. So I'm just going to glue that there. And then, the paper, if I didn't tell you, is from Hobby Lobby. And you can go to Hobby Lobby's website if you don't have one by you, because I know not everybody does. And you can order things. I don't know if you can order this paper, but I know you can order scrapbook paper from there. So just a little tip. Okay, so I glued it, just a couple little dots in the front so you don't see the glue through the ribbon. I glued it on the back and I pulled it tight. Same thing with this polka dot ribbon. I believe the polka dot ribbon is from Sam's Club, but you get a nice amount and it's cheaper than Costco. So yeah, another little tip. But they don't have the same kind, but they both have really nice ribbon. So I'm just putting the hanger right back on. I just made a knot when I tied it in the front. And now I'm going to make the easiest bow in the whole world. If I can do this, you can do this. You just take and cut off a piece. I just measured it by how big I wanted it on the top. And I made a circle and I hot glued it together. And I'm doing this on my little silicone mat that I got from the Dollar Tree because it doesn't stick. It comes right up. So now I took the polka dot ribbon and I did the same thing. And the polka dot ribbon is like an inch smaller total. See? Easy peasy. And then I just put the smaller one on top, and I'm going to tie it with some jute, a couple knots in there. And I did fluff it out a little bit before I glued it on the top. Okay, and you can stop here. You can put a word on it. You could put hello, home, welcome, whatever you want. Now these I got from Temu. They were like, I showed you, I think they were $1.39 or 79 or something. I don't know if they're like little coasters or something, but I think there were 8 of them. And I just glued that right in the middle. And that looks like a orange lemon too. I don't know. It all matches. I have a little yellow bead and I just pop that right on top in the middle there. And I love how this turned out. My little lemon orange. Okay, number 2. This could be like a bowl filler, or you can make it into a garland. And here's what I have. I have these popsicles from the Dollar Tree. I have the napkins from the Dollar Tree. I have some chalk paint, and I think it's called sheepskin, the color. I have some jumbo popsicle sticks. I'm going to be cutting them down because that is going to be the stick that I'm going to glue on the popsicle. I have some jute, and I have some flowers that were in my stash. So I removed all of these, and I'm just going to paint this. Why I'm painting it, and you don't have to use this color, you can use white, but why I'm painting this is because I want to put the napkin on it, and when you remove the plies, it will make it clear, like see-through, and I didn't want to see through them. So I painted the whole thing, and now it's dry. And I'm putting Mod Podge on them. And I did that to all 4 of them. And now I'm just cutting out a piece of the napkin. And I did remove the plies. And I started to Mod Podge it on top. And then I realized I wanted to spritz it with water because the water relaxes the fiber. It's easy to Mod Podge it on there. And I have a fan brush, which makes it even easier. And so, yeah, so I'm showing you, I did not get where the 2 pieces come together because I want to make sure that I can put them back together. So I just glued the napkin on the top. And then now I'm going to glue the popsicle stick, and I would probably paint the back side. I didn't think about it until after it was done. The back side of the popsicle stick is still pink. And yeah, I just glued all these. So you could paint them the color of the popsicle stick and you probably wouldn't even be able to tell. But you could put these in a bowl as bowls scatter and put some other things like beads or something. And I think it would be super cute. Or you can make a garland out of it. Or if you have kiddos or grandkiddos, you could put little candy in there and give that to them as a little gift, a little treat. Okay, and now just wrapping a little bit of jute around there. Why? Just for decoration. Plus it also helps hold that together. Then I made a little shoelace bow and I popped one on each one of these. And then I have a little teeny white flower and I glued a flower on each one of them, and this is what it looks like. I couldn't find my bowl. I think it was upstairs. I had a wicker bowl I was going to put them in, but I just took a beaded lanyard and I put it on top of a little tray, and this is what it looks like. I think it's super cute. Okay, number 3, moving right along. This is the easiest craft ever. It's more of a hack. Okay, this was a pineapple that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. It had the garland, the glittery garland around it. I pulled it apart and then I popped off the top and I spray painted the top gold. I did 2 of these. I bought that little glass candle holder from the Dollar Tree as well. I loved the texture of it. And I just popped a little tea light in there, just a little flameless one, and I put the little gold caps on there, and see how quick and easy, but these are so pretty. And I was inspired by my good friend Lacey from Lacey's Space. She has a YouTube channel and she's excellent, and she did something similar to that. Okay, number 4. This is just kind of like a little perfume jar or atomizer. I did get this from the Dollar Tree. I thought it was so pretty and I had to pick it up, and I didn't know what to do with it. It was just sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to throw a napkin on it. So I get the strawberry napkins from Home Goods. As you guys probably know, I get most of my napkins from Home Goods or Marshalls. And I have some onion grass and some jute, and I have some ribbon and some Mod Podge. Anyway, clean the glass bottle really, really well. Took all the plies off of my napkin. And I want to try to get that really pretty design on the bottom of the napkin. As you can see there, it's kind of like a wavy design. I want to get that like on the bottom of the bottle. Now, if you want this to be, you're going to be able to see through this. And if you don't want to, then I would go ahead and paint the glass. And of course, let it all dry. But I didn't mind, and I put a little bit, just kind of a starter strip of Mod Podge on top of that with my fan brush. Now I have my napkin, and I spritzed it with water to relax the fibers. And then now I'm going to put more Mod Podge on top of that. So the Mod Podge is underneath and then it's on top. And then I very, very carefully just kind of press it and tap it. And I wanted to make sure I got the edge really well. So I'm just going down, doing the same thing. Mod Podge, make sure the paper's slightly damp, spritzed it with that little water bottle, a little plastic one I got from the Dollar Tree. Then Mod Podge on top. And I did that all the way around, and then I put some Mod Podge on the bottom, pressing that down into the bottom. Now, if you want to finish the bottom of this, you could put some felt on it. You can buy some cork, that thin cork. I know they used to sell it at the Dollar Tree. You can cut that out, a piece of that, and put it on the bottom, or material. And so I waited until this was dry and I cut off all the little pieces. I was going to try to put the napkin all the way up, but it was not having it. I think it would have been too wrinkly, and I tried it and I didn't like the way it looked. So I sanded the top, and this is completely dry now. And now I'm just taking that hazelnut paint, chalk paint, and I'm going to give it, I believe I gave it 2 coats. And I went all the way up from the top of the bottle. From the top of the bottom all the way to the top. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway. And so pretty. And this is dry, and now I have some antique wax, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to put this, and I actually put it all over the whole bottle, just a little teeny tiny bit, just to give it that antique look. And then I took a baby wipe, and I wiped it all off. Okay, so now I have some ribbon. This is all dry. And this is the lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to glue it around the top there because it kind of finishes the top. The top looked kind of rough between the paint and the top of the napkin. And I think it just looks so pretty with the lace. It's just so antique-y looking. Now you can put the cap on it if you want. You can put the gold on the top of that if you want. I didn't do that. I'm just showing you options. You can put gold around the bottom with the rub and buff. You can put flowers in it. You can put the onion grass in it that I had earlier, and you can wrap it with rope or more ribbon. I did end up wrapping it with the rope, or jute, I should say, all the way up to the top. And this is how it turned out. I think this is just so pretty. But like I said, you could put flowers in there, and I think if you put the gold rub and buff on the top there, the glass little top, I think that would be absolutely gorgeous. Okay, number 5. This is a wall hanger, and I have this piece from the Dollar Tree. I like the edge, that's why I bought it. I have some scrapbook paper. I have a lot of scrapbook paper, so I've been using it a lot lately. It's a very light pink and like a cream color checked paper. I have the 3 ice cream napkins from the Dollar Tree, and I don't know where I got those black letters from, but the Dollar Tree sells the wood ones. You can paint them black, but I had those in my stash. So I'm telling you that this had a ton of glitter on it, and I really took some heavy duty sandpaper and got all that glitter off and then wiped it off. And I did it 2 times because I'm going to put the paper on the front of the sign. And I only used 1 piece of scrapbook paper. It went all the way down to the end. So I have this is new at the Dollar Tree, the Eileen's DIY Craft Industrial Strength Glue Stick. Super strong adhesion, it says, and easy to apply. It was. I think it worked really well. Unfortunately, I don't know if it dries clear because I put the ice cream napkin on top of it, so I can't tell you if it dries clear or not, but I will probably use this. No, I know I will use it again. But I think it did, even though at first when it goes on, it has a very slight orangey tint to it. So I just put the paper on, as you can see, really easy. Then I took my brayer and pressed it down. And then now I'm just taking my rotary cutter and just clipping off the edges. And then I have my little itty bitty scissors here, and I'm cutting out those little triangles on the top and the bottom. I removed all the plies from my ice cream cone napkins. They have 3 colors, pink, purple, and blue. And then I'm just kind of laying them down just to kind of see how I want to do this. So I did this the hard way. Picked up each napkin and put the Mod Podge down. Not necessary. Put Mod Podge on the whole paper. Don't put a lot though, because it is glued down. Then I dried it. And then I put the napkins on top of that. And then have my parchment paper. You guys know the drill. If you've seen this before, you know I do this a lot. It's amazing. So I just ironed these on. And then I took my sander and sanded off all the little extra pieces. And then I spelled out the word yum, because ice cream is yummy, even though I have a dairy issue. Hurts my stomach, and I am dying for a Dairy Queen peanut butter parfait is my favorite. What kind of favorite ice cream is yours? Because I've been telling my husband I want a Dairy Queen so bad. I want a peanut butter parfait, but I think if I eat one, I will be in agony for hours, and lactate doesn't always work. So, yeah, lucky me, huh? That and gluten. Ugh. Anyway, but there's alternatives. So I just glued the word yum on here because I thought it was appropriate, thinking about my peanut butter parfait. And then I just took some beads because I have all these beaded garlands that you get at like Easter time, and I don't know, all throughout the year. I just have them in a little drawer, and I tied it on there. Tried to match the color of the ice cream cones with the beads, and yeah, And this is a wall hanger. Isn't that cute? I have one more ice cream piece to share with you. While my napkins were out, I came up with another idea, and this is really easy and extremely inexpensive. Okay, last but not least, number 6. We're almost there, you guys. This is a garland, and I just have it on top of my front door. So I have the 3 napkins again. They were out, and I have all these beads still. I've been trying to use all this stuff up, and I have some cardboard, and I have some jute. So I just took some cardboard, and then I went around and I traced 3 ice cream cones, because we're going to glue the napkins onto the cardboard. Then I cut them out, so there's 3 of them, 1 for each color. Then I have my napkins, and I'm just going to cut 1 out and remove the ply off of all of them. Now I'm going to paint the cardboard in this chalk paint cashew. And the cashew matches the cone of the napkin, and that's why I chose that, because you're going to be able to see through that, and I didn't want to be able to see the cardboard. And also I wanted the ice cream napkin to pop. So now when that's all dry, and I went around the sides too, I put a coat of Mod Podge on it. And again, if you've been watching this video, you know the drill. The Mod Podge is dry, the paint's dry, the Mod Podge is dry. The napkin goes on, the parchment paper, iron it. Bam, all done. Now I have my silicone pad here, and I just put the ice cream down, face down. And this is how I'm going to clean up the edges there. You could probably put a filler in there or something. I just thought I'd put some jute, and it didn't stick. That's why I have my silicone down there. And these, I got a Michael's grab box a while ago, and these came in it. They're like little foamy. I don't know, they have like cherries and strawberries, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. It was for Valentine's Day or something. But it was in the Christmas box. No. What was it? Yeah, it was a box full of Christmas stuff. Anyway, so I just put strawberry on each one of these cones, as you can see. And then I made a little tassel. I cut the tassel off of the beaded garland, and then I just took some of the beads. And for the blue one, I put white, and I think for the pink one, I put a different color, and then for the purple one, even a different color yet. And now I have this leaf. It was just in my stash, and I'm cutting little teeny pieces out, and I'm going to glue it on top of the strawberry. And then I did outline between the cone and the ice cream. I did outline that also with the jute. And then I don't know why I didn't film this for some reason, but I put just garland on the back. I glued and taped it, and I put 3 beads in the middle that kind of matched the ice cream. And I think this turned out so fun. I love this. Then you can hang this if you don't have a mantle, over a window, over a door. Yeah, and this is just a fun little summer craft. And here's the whole shebang, all 6 pieces that I made today, and including other pieces that I have made along the way this year. Okay, and that's all I have for you today. I hope that I've inspired you. Let me know which one is your favorite, as usual. I always ask that because I am curious, and I will be back very soon. And until then, you all have a beautiful and blessed week. Bye.